Joe Karen knocked over elderly vet's wheelchair, got 3 months in jail. The park was alive with the hum of a sunny Saturday, kids shrieking on swings, dogs chasing frisbees, and families sprawled on picnic blankets. Amid the cheerful chaos, Karen Hoa's voice sliced through like a siren. "You're in my way." "Old man," she snapped, her manicured finger jabbing at an elderly man in a wheelchair, his weathered hands gripping the armrests. Frank Miller, 78, a Vietnam War veteran, had been coming to Oakwood Park every weekend for years. His wheelchair, adorned with faded military stickers, was his chariot, carrying him through memories of battles fought and friends lost. Today, he'd parked near the gazebo, watching kids play, his heart warmed by their laughter. But Karen, in her pristine yoga outfit and oversized sunglasses, wasn't having it. She'd claimed the gazebo for her influencer picnic, complete with a curated spread of artisanal cheeses and a tripod for her Instagram Live. Frank's wheelchair, positioned on the path she deemed hers, was an obstacle to her perfect shot. "Move it, or I'll move it for you," Karen barked, her voice dripping with entitlement. Frank, calm but firm, replied, "Ma'am, I'm just enjoying the day. There's plenty of room." His voice was steady, but his eyes held the weight of a man who'd seen too much. Karen scoffed, tossing her hair. "This is my spot. You don't get to ruin it because you're too stubborn to roll away." The crowd began to notice. A young couple paused their picnic, whispering. A jogger slowed, earbuds dangling. Karen, sensing eyes on her, doubled down. "People like you think you're owed everything just because you're old," she shouted, stepping closer. Frank's jaw tightened, but he said nothing, his hands trembling slightly on the wheelchair's rims. The tension simmered as Karen's tirade grew louder. She ranted about respecting her space and how hard she worked for this moment. Frank tried to wheel back, but the uneven grass caught his chair. Karen, impatient, grabbed the armrest and yanked. The wheelchair tipped violently, and Frank, frail but proud, toppled to the ground with a sickening thud. His cane clattered, and a folded American flag tucked in his lap from a recent memorial fell into the dirt. Gasps erupted. A child screamed. Karen froze, her phone still recording, capturing her own stunned face. "You pushed him," a voice cried. It was Mia, a barista from the nearby cafe, who'd been watching from her break spot. She was barely 20 with a nose ring and a fiery streak, and she'd seen enough. Dropping her coffee, she rushed over, kneeling beside Frank. "Sir, are you okay?" she asked, her voice shaking. Frank groaned, clutching his arm, his face pale but composed. "I've had worse," he muttered, though pain etched his features. Karen snapped out of her daze, her tone defensive. It was an accident, he wouldn't move. She waved her phone like a shield, but the crowd wasn't buying it. A burly man in a flannel shirt, Tom, stepped forward. He'd been walking his dog and caught the whole thing. "Lady, you grabbed his chair. We all saw it," he said, his voice low but menacing. The crowd murmured agreement. "Phone's now recording." Mia helped Frank sit up, brushing dirt off his jacket. His medal's Purple Heart, bronze star glinted in the sun, a silent testament to his sacrifice. Karen, cornered, tried to pivot. "He provoked me." He was rude, but her words fell flat. The flag in the dirt was a gut punch to everyone watching. A teenage boy, unnoticed until now, slipped through the crowd. His name was Ethan, a quiet kid who'd been filming skate tricks nearby. He held up his phone, his voice trembling but clear. "I got it all. The whole thing. You pushed him on purpose." The twist hit like a shockwave. Ethan's video, raw and unfiltered, showed Karen's entitled rant, her aggressive grab, and Frank's fall in excruciating detail. The crowd's anger surged. "You're disgusting," a woman shouted. Karen's face drained of color. I didn't mean," she stammered, but the evidence was undeniable. Ethan, barely 16, had become the unexpected hero, his shaky footage a weapon against her lies. The situation spiraled. Someone called the police, and within minutes, sirens wailed. Karen tried to slip away, but Tom blocked her path, his dog growling softly. "You're not going anywhere," he said. Mia stayed with Frank, holding his hand as he winced, his arm likely sprained. She whispered, "You're going to be okay, sir. We've got you." Frank nodded, his eyes misty but proud. "Thank you, young lady," he said softly. The police arrived, and the crowd parted. Officer Ramirez, a no-nonsense cop with a history of dealing with park disputes, took statements. Ethan's video was the nail in Karen's coffin. It showed her deliberate aggression, her lack of remorse. In the devastating moment Frank hit the ground, Ramirez watched it twice, his face grim. "Ma'am, you're under arrest for assault and battery," he said, cuffing Karen as she protested. "This is outrageous. Do you know who I am?" The crowd erupted in cheers as Karen was led to the patrol car, her sunglasses askew, her influencer facade shattered. Frank, now in a paramedic's care, waved off their concern. "I'm tougher than I look," he said, a faint smile breaking through. But the damage was done. His wheelchair was bent, his flag soiled, and his dignity bruised. Mia picked up the flag, folding it carefully, and handed it to him. "This belongs to you," she said. Frank's eyes glistened. "You're a good kid," he replied. The aftermath was swift and brutal. Ethan's video went viral on X within hours, shared by local news and amplified by outraged users. Justice for Frank trended, with comments tearing Karen apart, entitled "Karen assaults war hero and she deserves worse than jail." Her Instagram, once a shrine to her perfect life, was flooded with hate. Her sponsorships dropped her overnight. Her employer, a boutique fitness chain, issued a statement: "We do not condone Ms. HOA's actions. She is no longer with us." At the trial, Frank's quiet testimony was devastating. He spoke of his service, his injuries, and how the park was his sanctuary. "I didn't want trouble," he said. "I just wanted to watch the kids play." Karen, dressed in an ill-fitting suit, tried to spin her story, claiming Frank was aggressive. But Ethan's video, played on a courtroom screen, silenced her. The judge, a veteran himself, didn't mince words. "Your actions were callous and cruel," he said. "You targeted a vulnerable man for your own convenience." Karen was sentenced to 3 months in county jail, a $5,000 fine, and 200 hours of community service at a veteran's home, no less. As she was led away, Karen's face was a mask of disbelief, her influencer dreams in tatters. Frank, outside the courthouse, sat in a new wheelchair donated by a local charity. Mia and Ethan stood beside him, now friends forged in the chaos. The crowd applauded, and Frank raised a hand, humble but resolute. "I don't hold grudges," he said to a reporter, "but actions have consequences." The park returned to its rhythm, but the story lingered. Posts on X debated the outcome. Some called the sentence too light. Others praised the judge's irony in the community service. A local artist painted a mural near the gazebo, a wheelchair with a flag, captioned, "Honor over entitlement." Frank visited it once, Mia pushing him, Ethan filming. "Not bad." Frank chuckled, his spirit unbroken. What do you think? Was justice served, or should Karen have faced harsher consequences? Share your thoughts. Let's talk about what's right and wrong here.